If you need new service, where would you go?
There's this website called Directorii.com. I don't know if you've heard of it. This guy that runs it.
I want to share with you Directory, the concept, where it's going, and what Directory is today. I recommend you, and I don't freaking give bad recommendations. You're awesome, and I want to give you so many jobs that you will ask me for a break. You have one other feature that you cannot do if you're not certified. We're going to cover even manufacturer defects. I do it for the people, and this is how it's going to be. I want to share with you Directory, the concept, where it's going, and what Directory is today. How it's all started. This is me. I believe this is 2015. Angie Hicks. I loved Angie. Eric Rena here. We called her our mom back in the day. And so many of you too. If you've been in business in early 2010, 2011, 2012, Angie was the thing. It was the best service ever. I was the highest reviewed contractor in Minnesota. When I joined in 2013, I did not know anything about roofing. I did not know anything about gutters. As a matter of fact, the only service I could do without pulling a permit was gutters. That's why I did so many gutters. I remember how I tested Angie's List. I called them. I said, how much to advertise, in gutters? Because that's the only category I could buy. I think I spent $70 to buy one city with the 4,000 members. Angie's List at that time had 130,000 members in Minneapolis. I bought two little areas for 8,000 people. I think one was $70, another one was like $80, $150 a month. And I started getting calls almost every day, 1-2 calls a day for gutters, right? So I started selling these gutters. I'm like, it's working. I called them back. I said, how much to buy entire market? All 130,000. And the way it was search based. It was not lead generation. You're not buying leads. $1,000 a month, and I was pretty much on top of the list everywhere. I understood the algorithm, and I became a student of the algorithm. I loved it. It was so easy. Be a nice guy, generate reviews, sell deals on Angie's List. You're going to be always at the top. I nailed it. My biggest competitor at the time, Seller Roofing, $50 million company giant, have 250 reviews when I joined. You have no idea how competitive I am. I set a goal to freaking beat them. I said, they're going down and I'm going up. In 2 years, I had 350 reviews and they have 340. I beat them by reviews. I always was at the top, and I had higher quality reviews. Moving forward, nailed it. 1-2 years, I became top 5% Angie's List contractor in the country. Angie's List invited me. They have a spec. It was service provider, special committee. They invited me to their conference. That's where this picture was taken. They put us in the room. At that time, 2015, Angie's List already was thinking about selling. They put us together with a case study, focus group. 40 contractors, the best in the country, the highest rated. So they asked us a whole bunch of questions. I made a lot of friends there. The questions they were asking us was like this. Did anybody approach you from Amazon? Because they thought that Amazon gonna buy them. So there were many companies, tech companies, were looking at Angie's List to buy them. And they were studying contractors to understand it, and how it's ended. HomeAdvisor buys them, and pretty much they crushed. They lost, in the last 5 years, they lost 90% of their value. But I became a student not only of algorithm, but all of these tech companies. I studied Thumbtack. I studied Google. I was on the calls with the investors about Angie's List. I wanted to understand how HomeAdvisor works, how Angie's List works, where the market is going. I know personally marketing directors of all big companies, Thumbtack, Porch, because I was the user of all of them. Yelp, I wanted reviews on all of them. I wanted to get business, and I wanted to test them. And I gave them a lot of money, and I know what works and what doesn't work. But I became obsessed with it. And one thing that blew my mind is how come in such a great country as USA, we don't have one household name that can connect homeowner and contractor. If you ask today homeowner where to find a contractor, nobody knows. You know how to get a car, it's Uber or Lyft. You know how to rent a house, it's Airbnb. We don't have household name. Contractors don't recommend HomeAdvisor or Angie's List. Homeowners don't recommend it. You're pretty much on your own. As a matter of fact, contractors ask a recommendation of other contractors because we don't have a service. I'm like, how can it be? So, and in 2018, 2 months after HomeAdvisor purchased Angels List, they kicked me out because I made HomeAdvisor videos. I did 2 videos exposing them. Like, I loved Angels List. I hated HomeAdvisor. They sent me a letter from top executives that, hey, you have to take a video down. We give you $1,000 and you sign a release not to make videos again. I'm like, really? Do you know who I am? Do you know my principal? Like, do you know who you're talking to? Give me $1 million at least. $1,000, right? But listen, they kicked me out. All my companies, IceDemLiquidators.com, out. All 5-star companies. I'm like, shit. And when I approached them, like, what's going on here? 2 months after HomeAdvisor bought, I have a theory that they bought it just to kick me out. Just kidding. Directory was born. I'm like, I started figuring out, what will it take to build this website? Like, to do this. I mean, I spent a little bit over $500,000 on it right now. Everything I've done in the last 4 years, I lived on less than 40% of my income for the past 5 years. First, I was investing everything I was doing in the roofing company in the roofing insides. And then later, everything I'm making in the roofing insides, I invest in Directory. In my world, I always live on minimum wage, always. And I've been transparent from the day one. I can tell you how much money I make. It's $150,000 a year. I don't need more. And I have 5 kids. That's a minimum wage with the 5 kids who go to private school. $150K is not a lot of money. I can pay myself $400K a year, but instead, I'm investing in this for the last couple years. This is my baby. This is what I do. And I have a big team. Actually, I have a big gift this year. Came from crazy place. When war in Ukraine started, we had development team overseas, Belarus, Belgium, couple very smart IT guys, because this is tech. You have to, it's not a WordPress website. To connect so many users, you're pretty much building next Facebook or Uber. Like, you need powerful people. So I had a team, 6, 8, 10,000 a month, 3, 4 developers, was doing great. But we hit the wall and I wanted to move faster. I wanted more functions, more features. When the war in Ukraine started, big brands started leaving Russia. And some of them were like largest companies. One of the companies who came to me, one family flew out of Russia. I did not even know the guy. My wife knew the wife. She's like, hey, this family with 2 kids live in Russia right now, going to Turkey, and they have visa to the United States. Can they spend a little time with us? I'm like, sure. They ended up living 3 months in my basement. They came in Friday and Monday. Nikita, amazing guy. A lot of you guys know him. Left Moscow, left his job. He introduced me to this company. He said, Dmitry, there's a company in Russia. For 12 years, they were working with the Volkswagen group. Audi, Bentley, Volkswagen. So they're the best IT team that Russia, Moscow had. Like, very good guys, 10, 12, people. And they were up for grabs. To be honest with you, I could not afford them at the time. I didn't want to miss the opportunity because I know what I'm building. It's a big jump in the payroll for me. I scratched everything. We put everything in it to make it happen. Not only for me, but for people there. They needed jobs, and it's a good deal, but it was leap of faith. I'm like, I'm going to get them. So I went from working with 3 people to working with 12 people, and it worked. So we build it. Now, I'll tell you where it is now. So we built 2 apps. They're all working good. We just launched Contractors app. So there's an app for the homeowners, there's an app for the contractors, 50 contractors in it. And now, what I'm about to announce here, it's actual next step. I'm here to announce you, it's built. The next step is to advertise. The next step is actually bring it to the market and flood it with the homeowners. And we're going to start with the roofing. We have leads. We're getting 150 requests per month. And now with a little bit capital, I just need a little push this year. And I decided to give away 10% of my company. As a matter of fact, 4% is already out. Like, there's people here who invested with me. Eric Rena is one of them. Eric Rena owns 1% of Directory. So I decided to give away 10% of Directory to raise a little capital, and I hope I will never raise money again. I'm control freak. I don't want a new investor tell me what to do. If I say that 3% is enough or 2% is enough, I don't want to freaking please investors. I do it for the people, and this is how it's gonna be. We just need a little push to get the momentum, to get a lot of homeowners. I just need a little bit marketing dollars. I don't need money for developers. It's done, it's built, it's here. So here's how it's gonna be starting right now. I have one guy, he's actually here. Come on stage, man. Universal Roofing. Our first Directorii certified contractor. You have to register 10 warranties, 10 guarantees through the website. Come on in, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So they're amazing. Just stay here for a second. They're absolutely amazing. You can meet them, chat with them after it. So our biggest challenge was, I wanted you to understand the concept of Directorii. This is partnership. I recommend you, and I don't freaking give bad recommendations. You're awesome, and I want to give you so many jobs that you will ask me for a break. And by the way, break off, not available function is common to the website. It's actually from my partners in Israel. They have that function on a similar platform in Israel. You can turn your profile on and off. Cannot get more jobs? Turn it off. Not a problem. Let someone else eat. Now, if you register 10 jobs, you become certified. Once you become certified, you have one other feature that you cannot do if you're not certified. We're going to cover even manufacturer defects. So if you have own scoring claims, certainty, I don't care what the name. I talk to my lawyers. I will freaking deal with those companies, and they're not going to give you around for 2 years. I think it's stupid. It's not reasonable what they're doing. When you have, in fact, when mismatch happening, homeowner who paid 30 grand for the job should not wait 2 years to get a check from that manufacturer. It should be done within 30 days. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually guarantee that too. You can actually tell your homeowner, if you have even problem with the materials, Directorii will cut you a check, will do the job, and then I personally will come after a manufacturer. I have a little bit more leverage than you to deal with them, and we'll get reimbursed from them. But homeowner will be taken care of, and contractor will be taken care of. That's the direction we're going. So we cover theft. If any one of you will steal the money, we have contractor right now in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, who sold the deal that we advertised on Directorii, $8,000 deal for Ica roof, took the down payment, filed bankruptcy, turn off the phone, cannot be found. Good reviews, good background check, everything is good. Cannot find that guy. And I take that risk, and it's okay. And sometimes it will happen, and I'll advertise it, and I'll cover it. So what? Shit happens. I don't give bad recommendations. When I do, I'm going to pay for that. But this is the peace of mind to the homeowner. You can tell the homeowner, listen, you have problem with me. You have a third party who has your best interest in mind. You have material problems. You have problem with the workmanship. If your crew does a crappy job, not up to code, and it has to be redone, craftsman issues, we're going to cover that. But you have to become certified. Here's what many contractors don't understand. They don't understand that you have to do your part. I'm putting my money to advertise to bring you value. I want to give you incentives to do it. The more you do what I'm asking you to do, the more jobs I'm going to give you. I'm going to advertise those, and I'll teach you guys how to do it. You can take any of your ads, any profiles, and do it. Look, this guy did 10 jobs. 10. They register, so they sell the jobs, and now they're going to be on top of the profile. Guys, thank you so much. Just want to recognize you publicly. Thank you for being good users. Thank you. They're hungry. I was the hungriest kid. Good job, guys. Universal, you're awesome. I was the hungriest kid with the Angels List, and I dominated the platform. I'm seeking for hungry kids who will do what's right. We have guys right now who both homeowner and contractor can register the warranty. I want you to think about this. My critics tells me all the time, well, what if they're going to do it behind your back? Well, guess what? You can do it one time. You can not pay me one time and you're out. If you think I need you, it's a two-way street. It's a partnership. If homeowner register warranty say, hey, I hired this contractor, I gave him $20,000, right? And they submitted it. We're going to issue the warranty on your job. If you're not going to pay for it, guess what? We're still going to honor it, but you're out. You're not going to get another job from you. We have a contractor right now who's arguing with us. He's like, well, but the job didn't, well, I don't know your homeowner. I don't know what he registered, but it obviously affected his buying decision. He's doing it for a reason. He found out about it. He's asking to register it. He's a user, you're a user. Maybe I don't know. I did not solicit your homeowner. So you don't want to pay? fine. You don't understand the rules, you should not be playing this game. Now, here's the cool parts. Here's what you want to know. So requirements to be certified. You want to be with good standing with Directory, pretty much be a nice guy, be like Dustin Bigler. You have to register at least 10 guarantees, must be certified with the manufacturer. That's for manufacturer warranties to cover it. Here's the cool part. We have to have a credit card on file. I personally don't care about monthly membership, so we're not going to charge you yearly. It's $49 per month. You have card on file. When homeowner register the warranty, we just charge that card for that amount. We issue the homeowner the warranty, and we have companies right now who are doing it on every single job. DT Roofing in Texas is one of them. Big company, $20 million company. They sell it on every single job. They register every single job. You can sell it just like this. Warranty is better than any manufacturer warranty that you're registering right now because homeowner actually gets covered. Now, here's the cool part. When you sign up, you pay 3%. After you get certified, you pay 2.5% per transaction. After you register 50, you pay 2%. And you're going to get as low as 1.5% after you register 100. So if you're a big player and you want to utilize it in your presentation, you are a true partner of us. Now I'm covering your jobs. I trust you. We're going to have way more employees within the company to answer phone calls. Actually, roofinginsights.com traffic is 17,000 visitors per month and growing. We're rebuilding roofinginsights.com. It'll be one of the most popular websites in the country in the roofing space. The stuff we're doing, we're actually adding a roofing calculator to the website. So we're not going to be in reports business, but when homeowner gives us address, we're going to tell the homeowner exactly what that roof roughly should cost. And we're going to also tell them Roofing Insights within .com within 30 days going to have a plugin for Directory. Find a roofer. Roofinginsights.com going to be 100% website for the homeowners. No content for the contractor. So we're going to tell them who makes the best product. We're going to tell them how much the roof should be. And we're going to tell them how we're going to recommend them a roofer as well. So if you're not on Roofing Insights, and you're going to be on roofinginsights.com through Directory essentially. So if you're not using it, this is how we're going to get tons of leads. And so far, we have not even advertised. Zero marketing dollars. It's about to change. The money that I'm raising, this $1 million, next 2 years, there's going to be a lot of ads. I'm going to be the most annoying guy. You're going to see me when you swipe me. You're going to be seeing Patrick Bet-David saying that Directorii.com is where you find the contractor. If you need new service, where would you go?
There's this website called Directorii.com. I don't know if you've heard of it. This guy that runs it,
you better believe it that this ad is coming. And you already know it. You knew it yesterday. So let's grow together. This is our first couple investors. Brian used to work for me at Storm Group Roofing. He actually was the first investor. I'm looking for 5 more investors, and I'm talking to 5 people already. So it's not a big deal to raise money if you're concerned. But I like what Martin says. Let's grow together. Let's build it, guys. Thank you guys for your support. Wouldn't be here without you.